Hello everyone, it's Michael from Chess Lifestyle, and today we are going to try and squeeze in 22 minutes of training. Fingers crossed we even get that. I'm realizing actually right now I need to add Joe to the list of members, so I appreciate you, Joe, for hopping on. Let's see if I can just stick you at the end here without it messing anything up. Hey, just about. God, that looks a bit ugly though. But yeah, no, I've only got 20 minutes because I am heading off to play some basketball, which is my weekly exercise, and I haven't been in a couple weeks because I've been playing these chess tournaments. So I am going to be pretty awful. Although, okay, at least, I'm not going to be a year rusty, just a few weeks rusty. So at least that's something. And without further ado, let's just get into training, because otherwise, if I yap too long, we're literally not going to do anything. So, yeah, we're continuing with Woodpecker method. You can find this website via Chessable, and these are just kind of short combination tactics that I'm trying to calculate and solve. Do you have Opening Encyclopedia 2025 on Chessbase? I don't think I do. Sophisticated SCL. So can't share any insights on that. But I think, at least for my level, I think using opening databases online are good enough. Welcome Plan, welcome Blob B. Blob B. Oh my god, I blame Platon because I had the L in my mouth. Okay, Bob B. Welcome guys. I'm doing well. I'm just a bit what's the right word? Manic, I think, because I've just got you know when you have a to-do list and you start to order and rank the shit that you need to do. I kind of had the urgent stuff, and then the medium urgent stuff, and then the less urgent stuff, and I didn't get any of the medium urgent stuff done because I've still got stuff on the urgent list to do. So, we're here, we're streaming, we're training some tactics. So let's just get into it. Okay. We have Queen 2 Rooks, Knight Knight Bishop against Queen 2 Rooks, Bishop Bishop Knight. Okay, they've got Bishop pair, we've got 5 pawns, they've got 6. Okay, what can we note about the position? Our knight is being attacked, although this diagonal is potentially weak. There is pressure on f7, there's pressure on the back rank, there is pressure with this queen. Our king looks a bit weak. So also, our queen is being attacked. Okay, we had this X-ray, which we mentioned. We have this pressure. Any other X-rays? Not that I can see. There's a bit of lack of development over here. So, okay, what candidate moves do we have? Do we have any checks? We've got knight f7. No other checks. Do we have any captures? Yes, we can capture here, capture here, capture here. And threats. Maybe queen c5 hits the rook. Okay, so let's start with that. So our only check, knight f7. They could potentially move the king, but if knight f7 and they take it, well then we take, and we're probably happy there because they can give one check, we run, they give another check, we run, we're probably okay. So if knight check and king here, we still have the problem of his queen, and our knight is attacked. Yeah, not too sure. Okay, so what about captures? If we take here, we're threatening checkmate if they were to take our queen. So rook here, if they take back, we're down an exchange. Well, exchanging a pawn because they started off a pawn up. But now we could give check. Now they're forced to play king g8. And again, it's not so clear. Maybe another move we can play at this moment is queen takes, because I think we're threatening queen g8 with knight f7 smothered. But not sure if we have the time for that, and that makes me question whether we can play queen f7 already. Maybe there's some smothered ideas already. If the rook takes, we can come down with check. And if the knight blocks, then we can give checkmate. So if we go queen here, we are threatening to. Oh, we're not threatening this actually because the knight can take. But queen here, I don't think they can take because of this. So queen takes f7. We are threatening to win the rook. They can give one check. We can go king d2. And then we're probably in trouble, right? They just take our queen, and we're probably lost. So what other captures did we have? We had this one. Also, rook takes d8. What was my issue with this again? If rook takes, then queen takes. And I said this was too slow, right? But maybe this is just fine. No, it's not fine, because after queen takes, they can just go checkmate. My king is cut off. Maybe I can go rook here, check. No, but my queen is still hanging, so... What if I go bishop takes, and they take back, and then I go knight f7? Because then my queen's no longer attacked. But if they come here... Oh man, I don't know. I mean, how do you even get into such a position? Okay, let's keep looking at our candidates. What about queen c5? I mean, we always have to consider queen a1 if we're going to play such a non-forcing move. Let's say they play rook e8. Maybe knight f7, king g8. It doesn't feel too impressive. But I guess queen here, if they throw in check, we do get a tempo on their queen. So what can they actually play here? Because they can't do this because of this. And how do they defend their rook? I guess they could play knight d7. Yeah, I got nothing. I guess we could go rook takes there though. Maybe. So what, if queen c5, are we saying this is forced? I really have no idea. I think we've tried most stuff. Okay, so we should probably quickly go through everything again because maybe something will become clear. If king g8, do we have a follow-up? I don't think so. So captures. Yeah, this is a horrible position for me to solve. There's like so many factors going on. This cannot be because this is also threatening b2. I mean, it looks so bad. And I'm running out of time. So rook takes d8, I feel like it's the most promising try, but for some reason I couldn't find a follow-up. Yeah, I have no idea. Literally running out of time on this one. I guess we'll play this. Yeah, incorrect. Queen f7. Why did we think that wasn't working? Before I look any further, and well done in chat if you got that. I'll check chat very soon. Because I definitely looked at this, right? And for some reason I dismissed this. I did look at it, right? I don't know. I'm starting to get very confused. Oh, no. Oh, man. I think my logic was on queen f7, they can give queen a1 check, and on king d2, then they can just take my queen, because I'm no longer threatening some back rank, but I can take their queen. And what's more, I can actually take their rook with check first and then take their queen and just be material up. So I think I thought that this queen f7 was only working due to the fact that I had rook d8 ideas and just did not, evaluate that resulting position correctly. So yeah, that's a big shame. I think sometimes, like, if my brain is like this, I mean, these positions are just crazy overload. Like, I literally can't think about them calmly. But yeah, let's see what people are saying. Oh, no sophisticated SEL. It sucks when paying for something and it doesn't install properly. Wait, so you're saying it doesn't install properly, but now it works? Queen f7, queen a1, king d2, rook f7, knight f7 check, king g8, rook a1. Very nice. Yeah, I just couldn't see this line. I didn't appreciate that, the queen was vulnerable in a1, which seems stupid. But, Josh, did you see United Grimsby? I heard about the result, but I didn't watch the game nor the penalties. But it is quite tragic. Like, that's the thing with Man United. Like, it started off being really funny, but it has kind of got to the phase where it's just a bit too sad. Like, how can they just be this bad? It's quite ridiculous. Knight f7, rook takes is losing because of rook takes. If king g8, no idea, and I think that's the point, right? Knight f7, king g8, and just a draw. Yeah, queen f7, really nice move. Just, I guess, like, not looking concretely enough, just getting afraid that my idea doesn't work. But of course, this works more than fine. Okay, let's do one more. Hopefully, we can squeeze in at least two more. Okay, so we've got Fischer against Smyslov. Black's the larger material advantage, but is under attack. Queen, rook, rook, bishop against queen, rook, rook. So we've got an extra bishop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 5. So we've just got a whole extra piece. There is definitely an attack going on. I wonder if there's actually forced mate if it's white's turn to move. Queen h6 would take 2 moves. Rook g5, pawn g5, queen g5, king f8, check, and mate. So there is forced mate on the board if this position doesn't change. So black to play and beat Bobby Fischer. Anything else to note about the position? So x-ray onto our king, pressure on this bishop on g5, pressure on h6, pressure on f7. We've got pressure on c1. They've got potential back rank problems. So, okay, checks, captures, threats, no checks. Any captures? only taking on c3, and then threats. I guess maybe queen b5, maybe queen d3. Actually, queen d3 optically looks like it could be winning. Because if rook takes, pawn takes, maybe there's no more attack and these pawns and the rooks are just very strong, but I don't know. Oh god. I did have a big lunch, but I don't have an excuse of burger brain. I feel like it's just don't know why, just struggling to think. Okay, so let's just start calculating some lines. I don't know what else to look for. So there were no checks. What captures do we have? If we take on c3, I think we just take on g5. We lose a piece. We definitely don't have enough. And if we take back on g5, then queen takes g5, and I think we get mated. So not rook takes c3. If we play queen b5, will we ever get the time if rook takes g5? Maybe we can already run with king f8, but let's say queen b5, rook g5, pawn g5, queen g5, king f8, queen g7, king e8, queen g8, king d7, queen takes f7. Looks a bit ugly. But we are up a whole rook. And we also have a very big threat. That probably looks the most promising for now. Is queen b5. Because they don't really have too many options. If they move the rook up, then we just back rank. So let's say queen b5 and they go rook e1. Maybe we can go like, oh no, queen e2 blunders because queen takes e2. Queen b5, queen e1. If we go queen b1. Maybe. So okay, queen b5, rook d1. Then it's at least defended by the queen. It's on the open file. Guess we can go rook d5 maybe. Oh, my brain actually hurts. I think it's not enough sleep having to teach my chess lesson today. Oh, it's just that my brain is not used to this kind of work. Having said that, my lessons actually went very well today, which I'm quite happy about. I'm suddenly realizing there's queen f5 as well. Could this be a move? If they take, then I've got back rank. If they run away, then maybe I've stopped all the threats. Probably queen f5 is just good. What if they play rook d1? Maybe we just take on f6. I guess the issue is that they're always preparing with h4. It's a bit annoying. There's also king moves which are very reasonable. Maybe that's the key. I was going to say queen f5 and then king f8 so that if they go h4, then I can play like bishop f4 or something, but I lose my queen. That's the issue. So what if I play king f8 already? What could possibly be a problem with that? The more I look at this, the more I like king f8. King f8, h4, bishop f4. If they sack, we just take back, and we're just... Well, then they've got check, actually. Maybe we're still lost. Oh, man. I don't know, guys. I don't know. My brain... I mean, I'm glad I'm playing basketball, not chess tonight. Jesus. If I had to play chess tonight, I think I'd lose in 5 moves. I don't even know why I'm so tired. I think it's lack of sleep. I've got 2 minutes before I need to go. Come on, find this. What was wrong with queen b5? Queen b5 made it somewhat of a lift. Like, surely queen b5 is the best bet. So I can't calculate for shit right now. I mean, now I'm also spotting queen d2 is interesting to try and stronghold this. There's always h4 coming. Queen b5 comes with a big threat. Let's say they play rook d1. What was my follow-up? Maybe I didn't have one. Don't know what I'd play. I think in a real game, if I was running out of time, I'd just play queen b5. It's actually tragic how my brain cannot function. I mean, king f8 was also tempting, but I couldn't make it work. Queen f5. I mean, we saw this move, but I did not understand what we do after, like, rook d1 or something. I mean, I guess the point is that there's no immediate sacrifice, but there is the threat of h4. So let's say queen f5, rook d1. I did suggest this king f8, but then still h4. And I can't move the bishop without losing the queen. So hold on, rook d1. What was the idea? And it's 6:01, I've really got to go. I'll probably have to run for the bus. I just don't get it. Queen f5, rook d1. Let's see if they even play rook d1. And then we'll analyze after. Of course they don't. Well, that's just... No, there's no bishop e3 because this is... God knows. Well, yeah, this just looks lost for black now. What the hell is this? I have no idea. Probably queen g6? Let's try queen g6. Okay, I don't get this. So rook d1? Queen g6 anyway, and we just kick the queen away. So interesting. Okay, so... in this position, nothing else is working. Queen f5 is the only move. King f8 was actually playable as well. And if rook g5, it's lost except for queen d3. I didn't even realize this was lost, I think. And queen b5 is just lost because of rook d1 now. Does that make sense in my head? So it's just about bringing the queen to g6. That's the whole point. That's all it is. Well, I don't even get this though. What if you go queen g6? Ah, there's no h4 yet because the queen is pressured, right? So now you've got a threat of h4. You can just go rook c b5. And if h4, rook b2, queen f1, queen h5, you counterpin. Okay, fair enough. E3 is apparently winning as well because if they take, then e2. Yeah, guys, this is above my pay grade. I mean, like, I'm sorry, but I probably lose to a 1500 in this kind of position. So thankfully, I will go back to the age-old adage of this chess channel, which is, thank God this is not the average game of chess. At least if you don't want it to be, you can avoid this. And even though I gained, 60, 70 points this summer, I cannot solve these complications. There's just too much going on. Like, I don't know, am I supposed to be playing for back rank? Am I supposed to be defending? Like, it's too much. And there's this threat of h4, but then it's not a threat because we can counterpin and all of this stuff. It's just too much to see. It's too much to understand. So, I'm going to have to run. I'm probably going to be late. So, hopefully you guys saw that better. I'm seeing some queen f5 in the chat, so good job, Josh and everyone else who found this move. But yeah, I will try and stream more in future. I know I'm supposed to be streaming at least an hour. Probably it's even more now because we gained a bunch of subs. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the rant, and I hope you guys can keep working on your chess. Okay, see you guys.